you would like to know whether or not the world will end on December 21st, 2012, be sure to catch me on News First.
In other local stories, the Ceylon Workers' Congress is once again the topic of discussion in political circles. This follows reports that Minister Arumugam Thondaman has resigned from his ministerial portfolio. Nevertheless, politicians charge that when considering the history of the CWC, it can be seen that the party has never remained in the opposition.
Arumugam Thondaman, the current leader of the Ceylon Workers' Congress, was first elected to Parliament in 1999. This is subsequent to the death of Saumyamurthy Thondaman. Thondaman, who worked under the People's Alliance, also served as a minister in the same government. However, in 2001, he left the People's Alliance probationary government and pledged allegiance to the United National Party. In 2001, he secured the position of Minister of Housing and Estate Infrastructure in the coalition United National Front government. With the fall of the United National Front government, true to style, Arumugam Thondaman left the coalition to join the United People's Freedom Alliance. He then became a cabinet minister in the UPFA government in 2004. In 2009, Thondaman submitted a letter of resignation to the president, but this was subsequently withdrawn. Irked by the allocation of portfolios, it was reported that he did not participate in the swearing-in of ministers. Not long after, he took his oath as a minister. Political analysts point out that when considering the history of the Ceylon Workers' Congress, it is clear that the party always supports the party in power. They also point out that public support for the CWC has been declining over the years. In the general election of 1994, the CWC secured 11 seats in Parliament. However, in the 2004 election, this reduced to 8 seats. At present, the CWC only has 3 seats in Parliament. It is the view of political analysts that the CWC has now lost its long-held position of kingmaker.
The United Bhikkhu Front, an affiliate of the UNP, charges that the head of the United National Party media unit, Mangala Samaravira, and his team are spearheading malicious and false statements against both their party and the government through websites. National organizer of the United Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Ulapane Sumangalathera, points out that banning such websites which are used for mudslinging will not in any way obstruct media freedom.
Venerable Ulapane Sumangalathera points out that Mangala Samaravira and Ruan Ferdinandez, reportedly his secretary, are continuing to work towards the defeat of the UNP through websites.
Mangala Samaravira saha ohuge lekambarayeku kiyana
Mangala Samaravira, his secretary Ruan Ferdinandez and his team are the ones who have been appointed to handle UNP media operations. These are the individuals who engage in malicious mudslinging campaigns on websites and deny the UNP victory at several presidential elections. Their modus operandi is to insult others by slinging mud daily through their websites in a malicious manner. They have even used these websites to unfairly sling mud at the government, the president and ministers, and to level baseless allegations against them. Therefore, we are asking that these websites which are harmful to the country be banned. We do not see this as a threat to media freedom.
මෙවැනි වෙබ් අඩවි තහනම් කිරීම කිසිසේත්ම නිදහස් මාධ්‍යයට වෙන බාධාවක් හැටියට අපි දකින්නේ නැහැ.
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්මයා මොකද කරේ? රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ කරේ.
What did Ranil Wickremesinghe do? There was an era in which he spoke to his uncle, the president, and obtained a presidential pardon for Gonawala Sunil, who molested a 14-year-old girl. There isn't a single plaque to be found in Matale bearing Ranil Wickremesinghe's name. Our General Secretary says that fishing villages were built in Polonnaruwa, but not even a stone bearing Ranil Wickremesinghe's name can be found in Polonnaruwa.
පොළොන්නරුවේ තීවර ගම්මාන හදලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි පොළොන්නරුවේ රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහගේ නම තියෙන ගලක්වත් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. රනිල්ට මොනවද ගල් තියනවලු ඒක මන් දන්නේ නැහැ.
The fact that the details of individuals are not published on these websites when false malicious statements targeting individuals are made is proof that these websites exist just to sling mud. We challenge those who operate these websites, if they are able, to directly level allegations publishing the details of individuals. Traditionally, we and other media institutions respect media ethics and publish details of individuals when reporting on some incident or particular person. We follow a policy where we leave the door open for anyone to challenge us in court if they feel that a report was false. We have observed that other media institutions too follow this policy. Nevertheless, it is crystal clear as to why certain websites which engage in mudslinging and spread false and malicious statements do not follow this policy. This is to escape from being challenged in court. One of these websites is registered under the name of Ruan Ferdinandez, an individual who is alleged to have been Mangala Samaravira's secretary over a long period of time. We are in possession of information that confirms this. We also possess information of a complaint that was previously lodged with the Bribery Commission bearing the name of Ruan Ferdinandez. We do not sling mud. The challenge is to openly level allegations, publishing details of individuals.
3 people have been killed in the Amitirigala area in Avisawala after they were struck by lightning this evening. Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana said that 2 women and a 12-year-old child who were inside a house were killed after being struck by lightning. The police added that the victims had died upon admission to hospital.
General Secretary of the United National Party, Tissa Attanayake, says that it has been decided to restore the party membership of Mathura District parliamentarian Buddhika Pathirana. He added, however, that Pathirana's membership is being restored subject to certain conditions.
The working committee has given a 3-month grace period to implement the steps that have been agreed before the disciplinary committee. Thereby, he needs to act according to the guidelines given by the deputy leader and the general secretary. Furthermore, he needs to express his disappointment to the media over the inconvenience caused to the party. He has also been given a set of rules that he needs to follow as an organizer.
Meanwhile, UNP parliamentarian Buddhika Pathirana says that the people through their vote have given a mandate to fight for what is right. He expressed this view at a function in Mathura today.
You have elected us to say wrong for what is wrong and to say right for what is right, both within our party and in the country. We need to expose the shortcomings within our party and in our country. I need not tell you how I turn Parliament into a battleground and speak of your issues there because you all know this. MP Buddhika Pathirana donated equipment and cash to a welfare society in Mathura.
A media briefing was held today to create awareness about Earth Hour, which is observed on the last Saturday of March each year. Earth Hour will be observed this Saturday under the theme I Will If You Will in Kandy.
As the Western Province Ministry of Environment, we would like to put forward a challenge to the nation. We have launched a website www.earthhour.lk. Those who observe the Earth Hour from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. on Saturday may log on to this website and register themselves. We would like to say that in return, we would take steps to plant a sapling for each person who registers on this website. We don't want to force anyone and we will not take any action against those who do not observe Earth Hour. Popular singing duo Bhathiya Jayakodi and Santosh Veeraman are the ambassadors of this program.
earthhour.lk website take.
We would select the cities in which more than 10,000 persons have registered on the website www.earthhour.lk, and we hope to stage a concert as witnessed never before in those areas free of charge. We should project our voice to the world by showing our contribution towards this worthy cause.
UNP Deputy Leader Sajid Premadasa says that the time has come to create unity within the UNP that would lead it towards victory. He expressed this view at another stage of the Sasunataruna program that was held in Pannala today.
The opposition has a responsibility to initiate a program that would guide our people towards a better tomorrow. That is the responsibility of the opposition. At a time the country is facing a disastrous fate in the midst of the recent trend of human rights violations, as the opposition, what we should do is not create divisions among us. If someone does so, they would be carrying out a contract to retain and strengthen this corrupt government. So now we should create unity within our party and gather all talented individuals among us to topple this government which is robbing public assets and ruining the future of our people. The 188th stage of the Sasunataruna program was held this afternoon at the Nadalagamuwa Dharmaraja Pirivena in Pannala. UNP Deputy Leader Sajid Premadasa provided 50,000 rupees as financial assistance to the temple.
In the meantime, UNP parliamentarian Karu Jayasuriya says that it has become difficult to implement the law in a society that has become highly politicized. MP Karu Jayasuriya made this comment during a function that was held in Nitambur today.
The function was held to distribute first aid kits to Dhamma schools in the Attanagala electorate through the decentralized fund of UNP parliamentarian Karu Jayasuriya. Our society has degenerated on a massive scale. If you go through a newspaper or if you follow the news, what comes up first is either a murder, a theft or a drug-related incident. Of late, there is always a political hand behind such incidents. Some way or the other, politicians are involved in such incidents. This is a dangerous situation.
The movement to safeguard the United National Party convened a media briefing this afternoon. Views were expressed regarding the committee report that was formulated regarding the attack on Sirikota.
ඉතාම පිළිකුලෙන් යුතුව ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කරනවා.
We vehemently reject this. This report is not a document which has been prepared under the rule of law in the country and shows no signs of professionalism. We clearly state that the observations noted down in this report are completely false. This committee is clearly supportive of Ranil Wickremesinghe.
පැහැදිලිව කියනවා මේ සම්පූර්ණ කමිටුව රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාට පක්ෂපාතී කමිටුවක් කියලා.
අනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්මයා සිරිකොත ප්‍රහාරය සම්බන්ධයෙන් මැදගෙදර මහතා ලව්වා.
Ranil Wickremesinghe, through an individual named Madagedara, lodged a complaint at the Mirihana police with regard to the Sirikota attack and filed a case at the Nugegoda Magistrates Court. As a result of that case, we were remanded. Now, in addition to that, Ranil Wickremesinghe has appointed another committee and is trying to punish us for a second time. No one can be convicted twice for the same offence.
දෙවනි සැරේටත් දණ්ඩනයක් දෙන්න අතර. ඉතින් මේකේ දෙසරයක් දඬුවම් කරන්න බෑ. එක වරදකට.
Views were also expressed regarding the allegations raised against Deputy Leader Sajith Premadasa and former Deputy Leader Karu Jayasuriya regarding the clash that took place at UMP headquarters Sirikota.
එම දෙපළ එයට ප්‍රතිචාර දක්වන අවස්ථාව වන විට සිරිකොතට විශාල හානියක් වී සිදු. මේ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද?
It says that when the duo responded to the situation, massive damage had already been caused to Sirikota. It insinuates that Sajith Premadasa and Karu Jayasuriya aided this attack. They are coming up with such statements to destroy the future of our only asset. They are trying to destroy Sajith Premadasa.
මේ එකම වස්තුව සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්මයාගේ අනාගතය විනාශ කරන්නට මේ තමයි මේ ලියන්නේ.